Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. My name is Etiet Demas Abraham. You can call me Etty. On our last episode, we performed linear regression on a single variable. And in this exercise, we will be performing multivariate uh, regression on a new data set. So let's get started. All right. So just a refresher, linear regression, we try to predict a dependent variable based on an independent variable. In the last exercise, we predicted the amount of time uh, spent in the store, which was our y variable, based on the number of people in line. In this exercise, we're going to be looking at the Halloween ranking of the best or at least most popular sweets in America. And we're going to train a multivariate linear regression model, right? And the independent variables, which remember is your predictors, those are the variables that determine or affect the value of the variable you're trying to predict, which is your response or your or dependent variable. In this scenario, our predictors are chocolate, fruity, caramel, peanutty, almondy, nougat, etc., etc. All right, and we're going to use this model to predict the value of wine percent in candy corn and ring pop, which we would exclude from the training set. See how it performs. And we're going to also do a prediction for a totally new data set with these parameters. All right, so let's get started. This is the data set. Let's go ahead and download that data set and we'll use the same folder. I'll create a new folder, exercise 2B, and we will use that folder to upload the data set. All right. And we open this in Google Sheets. I mean, you can always open huge big data sets on Google Sheets. This is an example, so we're gonna play around with Sheets. All right, let's rename this exercise 2B candy data. All right, and this is the original data set. Okay, so let's go to the instructions. First, we need to exclude candy corn and ring pop. So let's look for that. Candy corn, right? Yep. And delete. Oh yeah, let's make a copy of this document first. So we'll call this training. So candy corn, au revoir. And the other one was ring pop. So au revoir. Okay, so is there another thing we need to exclude? Train the model in Azure, and we're gonna have the random seed as 2019. Random seed just helps you maintain the same result set across different experiments. So let's download this data set as CSV because we're gonna take this baby to our Azure. All right, just look at the data first to see it has competitor's name, musketeers, one dime. You can see the values for chocolate, fruity, caramel. You can see the percent of sugar, the price percent, the wine percent we'll be predicting, which is this guy. It's our prediction. That's what we're interested in. And I'm not sure what this Y is for, probably classifying, but it doesn't look like we need that data in our experiment. Okay, so basically all these data sets, all these features of variables, all of them, we would try to see how each of this variable affects the wine percent in terms of prediction. How change in bar, change in heart, change in sugar percent affects the wine percent. All right, so we have our training data sets. Let's get into Azure as usual, studio azureml.net. I'm going to get into my experiment. All right. Yep. And let's go straight into data sets first. So we're going to create a new data set. I'm going to upload that. Exercise 2B candy. Yep. Okay. And make sure that the file is with header and we're good to go. And let's dive into the experiment. All right. So I'm going to create a new experiment with the function button on the bottom left corner, a blank experiment. And we have a studio. So first thing first, we want to get our data set. So it's the 2B candidate data training set. Put that here. And as always, we want to transform the data set by selecting the columns in the data set. So we connect the CSV to the select columns in data set. Can this be smaller? Okay. And within here, we launch to see what variables we're interested in, right? So let's see. Well, we're not interested in the Y. Maybe the competitor's name is string value. Don't know if I really need that. I don't really need that. It's okay. Okay, so we have our data set selected. And next we want to get our regression model there, right? And now we want to train this model with the data we have. So train model, first step. So we connect the columns that we've selected to the training model, and we make sure we select the target variable, which is the variable we're trying to predict. In this case, it's what? Wine percent. That should auto show up. Show up. We'll go copy it from here. Okay, 1%. Oh, there you go. And that is done. Now we connect the linear regression and let's train the model. Model is running. And here we go. Let's see the results from the training. And this should basically visualize the bias. Remember the bias and there are weights for each variable. So the weights shows how each of these variables basically affect the. Wow, that's interesting. Something wrong. Hold on. We probably should not have this here because let's launch that again. We're trying to predict that value. Maybe. Let's see. All right, let's visualize that again because this parameters looked quite off. Bias for the. Let's try to score this variable, this model, and see what it looks like. Wait, let's make sure that the model has Good, good. We didn't set the states, did we? 2019. That was what's missing. Okay, let's train the model again. We definitely need to have all the parameters in there that we need for training. And then we select the price percent, which is the prediction value we're trying to predict. Let's see what the data looks like. Okay, training. Let's see what the model looks like. 0 0.3, 0 0.3. Interesting. Let's try to predict the value of 1% for candy corn and see if we get their correct value. So to do that, we need a test data set. And basically, we should be able to get that from the original data set. So let's copy candy corn, create a new sheet, put that here. And let's copy, what was the other guy? Ring pop. Ring pop. Okay. And put that over here and get the headers. And there we go. I'll call this our testing. Okay, so we have this. Do we really need the Y set? Anyways, we're gonna select that. So I'm going to download this as CSV and I would enter the data manually. So let's go find that document. Open with Visual Studio. All right, so I'm gonna copy this, get back to our experiment and let us enter the data manually. So we want to look for the component data input, enter data manually. Okay, I'm gonna put that here. It looks great. And I'm going to also get our column selector so I can select my data set myself and exclude stuff I don't need, right? So let's connect this data and let's launch the column selector. I don't want to enter them manually. Hold on. So we got headers. Why is the name disabled? Okay, so we do that manually. That's fine. So we have, let's see if I enter this. No, this shouldn't work like this. Columns include column names. Let's see. I really don't want to select. Let's see if this would let me copy all of this. I'm not a fan of doing this thing one by one, but we'll try. So bad. Okay, so we got to do that then. This is not a great experience, but okay. Let's see if that even is the correct thing. Let me run this. Just see. I want the data entered manually to reflect in the column dataset selector without having to do this. This is what I was looking for. So I had to run the model. Okay, great. So let's see what happened. It did add all of them. That's weird. Interesting. Okay, so wait. Launch. No, it did not. Close this, close this. I want by name. We have all of them in there. I don't need this. And I Don't need this competition name. It's okay. Okay. So I think we got, let's just double check. All right, we got chocolate, fruity, all our parameters are there, including their actual values. All right, let's score this model. Let's close this. Let's move this somewhere else. Let's say okay. All right. Gonna move this around a little bit. All right. All right. Can this other control move somewhere else? That's weird. Anyway, so let's get the score model so that we can see how it performs. So we've trained the data set. We want to, let's click this again. Connect that data set for the test data set with the model we've trained. And let's see how it performs. All right, all right, all right. I think there may be an error. Let's see, fingers crossed. Da, da, da. Okay, beautiful. So let's visualize the results. Well, this is very bad. Score level 0.46, 0.2. This is nothing close to the results we have here. So let's figure out what we did wrong. Hold on, start from so our data sets, the columns we did select. I need to just select this launch column selector. We have our data set here. We don't have the competitor's name, that's fine. We have a linear regression. Let's say don't allow unknown. We've connected the data set to train the model multi-linearly. We're using ordinary least squared, and we've added a test data set, which we've manually selected what we need to show up, including the actual values of the percent, so it can compare and evaluate when we're ready for that. We've left out competitor's name, and we've scored the model. Let's run this again. Yeah, hopefully this works. Let's see. Could we have been missing something? Let's see. Something's definitely wrong. Let me, hold on, go to the previous experiment and see if there was something out of the box that totally looks different. Let's see. So in this, what did we do differently? We have the data sets, we selected the columns, we got this, we left out competitor's name, linear regression. We didn't even set the random set and it worked. Interesting. But let me do that still. Train model, 1% was selected. Data was entered manually. Computer's name was there though, or that doesn't really matter. 1%, we selected what we needed, like we did before. We scored the model, and let's run this. It's quite interesting that the results are different. Can't wait to see what's wrong, what's going on. I first noticed this because that was such a weird result. Looks the same, looks good. The model basically had this weight that made sense, and this weight we had was 0 point stuff. So let's see. Is our data set different? Training data set. I think we have the right data. Let's just double check. Let's go back to the experiment. We have this data set, which we've selected the columns we're interested in, including 1%. We trained the model. We selected, oh, yeah, we're not trying the price. I see. We needed 1%, not price percent. That's the magic. That's the magic. Pay attention. All right, so now this should work properly. Isn't it nice to solve problems? How many minutes are we? 21 minutes. Okay, almost done. And let's see what the training weights look like. You see, we're looking good. Let's look at our score. See what's going on with the predictions. Looking good, 40.28, which is what we have here. And then they want us to also predict these values. I can't even copy that, so we have to probably type that. 1 0 1 0 0 5 zeros, yeah. 3 4 5 1 0.494 0.628. I'm just going to copy this. I would double check first, just make sure that these variables map to the testing set. Can be sure, right? Can I split this by text? There we go. Beautiful, right? So 1% is not there, right? Nothing to compare. So that looks fine. Let's copy this. I already have it copied, so no problemo. Let's get back to our manual data set and add this baby. Here we have extra data sets from 1% and Y. We don't have that data here, so maybe I'll just leave that empty, comma. All right, let's see. Run this. And our data is rolling out, training, evaluating, scoring. And let's see our scores. Visualize data set. Okay. We didn't get any value. Well, that's weird. I think that is because we've not passed any data value to this. So let's try passing something. Let's read the instructions again. Create a value product candidate with following parameters. Okay. Let's look at that data again. So maybe if I put 0 and 0 here. Let's see. Annually 0 0. All right, run again. Right. Training, scoring, voila. Fingers crossed, yes. Wow. So we got data. So we shouldn't leave this other missing values empty. We gotta got something in it. So 46.33. Ah, no, wrong. The answer is 56.24. What are we doing wrong? This 0001 price percent. Did we miss something? Let's see. Did I miss any of these values? 101. Hold on, I'll do that here. 1010. This is okay. You know what? Let's do the manual thing. Let's go here. Let's make sure we're gonna insert this image. It's troubleshooting. That's what it is. Okay, browse desktop. There we go. All right. Let's just double check these values. Come on. Yes, we're running out of time, but this is a real life problem, you know? Let us sit and fight it, solve it. So we had the data for, this was called, we don't know, X something, 10100 5 zeros, 1 2 3 1 0.94 0.494 0.628. Looks like that data was correct. And wine percent wasn't given, and the Y value wasn't given as well. Did we miss anything? Let's see that. 19. Enter the predictive value of wine percent for candy with the following parameters. So we have candy X. Like typing this will help. And 1 0 1 1 2 3 4 5 1 0.494 0.628 1% we don't know, y value we don't know. Let's get back to the experiment. Data manually entered. Oh, I see. We needed to enter the competitor's name. So in this case, we just call it, Candy X. That was the magic. Sorry. Candy X. All right. We're good. So let's run the model again. And we're almost going on 30 minutes. Okay. Let's see. This should look better. The structure is important, guys. The structure is important, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see our scores. Moments of truth. Draw rooms. Boom, 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 boom. 56.24. And that's how it's done. Good. All right. See you guys on the next exercise. Thank you.